Let's talk about something that is, well, it's super frustrating. It's that huge gap between our biggest ambitions and what we actually do. Why is it so easy to talk about a goal, but just so incredibly hard to actually do the work?
I mean, you've totally been there, right? You get this brilliant, life-changing idea, and then months go by, and it's still just an idea. It's this universal feeling, and it turns out the reason for it is buried deep inside our own psychology.
All right, so let's start at the very beginning with a feeling we all know and, let's be honest, kind of love. That intoxicating thrill of a brand new goal.
You know the feeling. Whether it's the plan to finally launch that business, or write that book, or even just learn a new language, there's this electric rush that comes with a fresh ambition. It feels like pure, unfiltered potential. It's a really powerful motivator. But yeah, there's a catch.
That initial rush, it often just fades. And to put a number on it, studies show a pretty staggering 92% of people completely fail to achieve their New Year's resolutions. The intention is absolutely there, but the follow-through is missing. So what is going on here?
Well, the disconnect really lies in this fundamental, almost primal difference between simply talking about our goals and actually taking action on them.
This chart just lays out the trade-off perfectly, doesn't it? Talking is easy. It feels good right away, and you get instant validation from people. Action, on the other hand, well, it's hard. It's slow, it's often lonely, and it demands genuine, sustained effort. Our brains, are naturally wired to take the path of least resistance.
And look, this isn't just a hunch. It's a widely observed pattern in human behavior. The source material is super direct about this. Our love for talking about the goal often completely outweighs our desire to do the actual work.
So, why does talking feel so good? This is where we get into the really juicy stuff. The core psychological trick that's at play here. It's something often called the illusion of progress.
The key concept here is something called social reality. It's this fascinating little quirk of our minds. See, when you announce a big goal, especially one that's tied to your identity, like I'm going to be a writer, your brain gets a little hit of satisfaction, almost as if you've already made progress.
This is the big aha moment right here. The act of talking, of getting that social validation from people, can literally trick your brain into feeling a sense of accomplishment. It mistakes the declaration for the actual deed.
Okay, so you can probably see where this is going. Let's look at how this all builds into a pretty dangerous trap that can sabotage our best intentions before we even really get started. This cycle is dangerously simple. So you announce your big goal. Let's say you're going to run a marathon. Your friends go, "Wow, that's amazing." And your brain registers all that praise as a small victory. But here's the problem. Because you've already gotten a little taste of the reward, the motivation to do the hard part, the actual training, it just starts to fade away.
Think of it this way. Your motivation is the fuel you need to get through all the hard work. But when you talk about your goal, you're basically burning that precious fuel on the starting line, leaving you with way less energy for the actual race.
And that's the trap in a nutshell. As we've seen, this isn't about being lazy at all. It's a psychological loophole. Talking feels like you're moving forward, but in reality, it can be the very thing that keeps you standing completely still.
So, does this mean you should never share your goals? No, of course not. The key here is to just be aware of why you're sharing them and what effect it's having on your own motivation. This is your new awareness.
All right, let's just do a quick recap. The big thing to remember is that talking can trick your brain with a false sense of accomplishment, and that can drain your motivation. Real progress comes from the quiet, unglamorous work, not the big announcement. So the next time you feel that urge to share, just ask yourself, am I looking for accountability, or am I just looking for a little validation?
So I'll just leave you with this one last thought to chew on. When you talk about your next big ambition, are you using that moment to kickstart your motivation for the long road ahead? Or are you maybe, inadvertently, enjoying the reward before you've even taken the first step? Honestly, the answer to that could make all the difference.